Welcome back to the garage. It is a great day for a ride, and so I'm going to get this Cannondale Delta V ready to go. It's mostly there. I just need to clean up a few things, and then we're going to go for a ride, but I'll give you a quick walk around before I do that. So the Delta V600 came out in 1994, and it originally came with an STX group set. Now it's all been converted to a more modern, kind of late 90s, early 2000s XT group set with V brakes rather than cantilevers. The only thing LX on it is these cranks. I've gone ahead and put the Shimano clipless pedals on. We have XT hubs, and this is just a good all-around bike. Has about 2 inches of travel on the headset. The main thing I'd change about this is the handlebars. They're a little bit narrow. They're that kind of mid-90s, more narrow handlebars. And these tires, you know, has the WTB Velociraptor tires. They're not bad. They're just kind of heavy. But even with these heavier tires on it, this still comes in at 26 pounds even. So it's a really lightweight bike. It climbs really well, and as far as cross-country bikes go, it's a pretty great bike. When I put this together, I just grabbed some existing cable housings that I had. I didn't really trim them up like I should have, so today I'm going to go ahead and trim up the cable housings and adjust the derailleurs, and then we're going to go for a ride. Okay, so I've reworked the cable housings on this, and the reason I did that, one of the quirks about this particular bike maybe, or I don't know if it's just Cannondale head shocks, if you route the cable normally so that this shifter cable here wraps to this mounting point here so that it would go right across this way, what ends up happening is that cable ends up dropping and rubbing against the boot pretty much no matter what you do. So to work around that, I have actually wrapped all the way around to this side, and you can see as I turn, that cable now misses the boot, but that means that I need to cross the cable housings here to get them to line up to the right spot so that they can go down to the derailleurs. So it's not ideal. It's not really the way I typically set up a bike, but now at least I don't have those cables rubbing against that boot anymore. Well, I just finished my ride, loaded up the car, and I'm heading back. Just a fair warning, if you don't like the sound of brakes squeal, don't watch the trail footage because those brakes squeal like crazy. At the beginning of the trail, there is a river. There's a shallow stream that you have to cross, and it got the brakes wet, and then they just squealed the rest of the way. After the trail footage, I'll go ahead and review the bike, so enjoy. 6% downgrade hill. This is going to be fun. I'm out at Lost Valley Trail now near Defiance, Missouri. It's about 15 minutes from my house. And it's a nice little trail, so I'm just going to get some trail footage from my action camera, and hopefully this will be a good ride. Figured this would be a nice place to sit and get some water. I was right about those tires. They are not good on this terrain, and they're a little bit heavy. But overall, the bike, like I said, it climbs well. Show you a picture of it. So to review this bike, I'll start with the good. The best thing about this bike is it's extremely lightweight. It rolls really well. It's easy to climb. It's easy to climb both in and out of the saddle. As far as aluminum hardtails go, it's a more forgiving ride. It's far more forgiving of a ride than my GTs with the triple triangle. Those I'm almost guaranteed to have some low back pain after riding. This one I actually feel pretty good. It's not as easy riding as my Marin that's a chromoly frame. That one, that's probably the best riding hardtail that I have, but this is kind of closer to that than my aluminum GTs. As far as the suspension on it goes, when Cannondale came out with this, the reason they did the head shock is because the fork doesn't twist like with a traditional suspension fork. So it goes wherever you point it. The downside is you only have 2 inches of travel, but it's pretty plush travel. It actually feels really good. As I said before, the tires that I have on it are not the most ideal tires. They just don't grip very well. They're a little bit heavy. The terrain I ride, I'm much better off with Maxxis Crossmark on the rear and Ardent on the front. Those just grip better. It is a narrow handlebar, and the handlebars sit a little low. If I can get a stem with maybe a 15-degree rise and handlebars that are maybe 700 millimeters wide, it would be a more comfortable position on the bike. But really, the downsides of this bike, other than the amount of travel on the fork, they can all be sorted out. And so overall, it's a good bike. I really like that it's lightweight. I really like that it has a good, comfortable feel over rocky terrain. And so I think I'm going to hang on to this bike a bit longer. I was kind of up in the air. I thought I might just go ahead and sell it, let someone else who loves Cannondales ride it, because I'm not really a Cannondale guy. But now I think I'm going to hang on to it a little bit longer, see if I can sort out those couple of issues, and then take it for another ride. So if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave some comments, tell me what you think about the bike. Thanks.